I'll talk about attribute expressions under chart expressions tab. I had discovered these options accidentally, and these options are hidden and may not be visible for the first time. You can see these options only when you click on the plus sign in front of the expression. And we have 7 different attributes, and some of them are only applicable to specific chart types. So I'll walk you through with all the 7 attributes and also show you the demo on how to use them. So let's get started. So the 7 attributes are background color, text format, pie pop-out, bar offset, line style, and show value. Like I said, some of them are only applicable to specific charts and some of them are applicable to all the chart objects. So let's get started. So let's look at background color first. You can use this option to define an attribute expression for calculating the basic plot color of the data point. So what it means is, let's say that you have a bar chart and you wanted to highlight the minimum or the maximum value and you wanted to change the color of the bar for these values. So you can use this attribute and you have to write an expression. Then you can change the color for that specific bar instead of across the chart. So the expression should return a valid color. So if it does not return a valid color, it will default to black color. That's a fair bit understanding. And I would also recommend you to look at color functions within Qlikview if you're not familiar. There are loads of color functions like red, green, blue. What I like most is Qliktext blue and Qliktext gray. And I'm not sure if we have Qliktext green, but we have Qliktext blue and Qliktext gray. So I'll quickly jump into Qlikview and show you the demo on how to do that, how to use this attribute. So I have a simple line chart and we are just counting the customers here and trying to see counting the customers based on their educational qualifications. So I'll change this to probably bar chart. So let's go back and change this to bar chart. Okay. And now I come back to the expressions tab and then click on this plus sign. And you have the 7 properties or the attributes here. So the first one, I'm going to change it. So instead of calculating it for the highest and the lowest value, I'm going to do that for a specific dimension value. So education is my dimension. Education equals to, let's say that we wanted to highlight the bachelor's. Okay, and I wanted to give it a red color. And green color. So if I apply this, so you can see that. So this is highlighted in red. And so this expression evaluated where bachelor's equals to true and rest all of them are false. So this is in red color and rest all of them in green color. Instead of just changing the colors randomly, you can actually write conditions to check if it's a highest or lowest value, or if it's above a specific percentage, then you can change the value. So you can pretty much be creative and write whatever expression you wanted to. So let's jump back to PowerPoint again. Let's look at the next one. Okay, text color is very similar to background color. So this is same as background color, but instead of changing it on the bar itself, if you wanted to change the text color, you can use this attribute to change the text color. So let's look at that. Let me go back to Qlikview again. And let me add value on data points property so that we'll see the values here. Okay, so we see them in black color. That's a default color. And now let's add stuff again. I wanted to highlight. So if education equals to bachelor's, then probably let's use Qliktext green or Qliktext blue. Okay, I like this color. And then let's say probably yellow. Yeah, we have yellow. Close that. There we go. So it's not evident because yellow color is very dull, probably not the right choice. So let me go back and change it to something else so that you can see the stuff. Probably green. Yeah, green. Yeah, so you can see the green color. So yeah, this works same as the background color. Text color is applicable to all the objects within Qlikview. So let's say if I've changed the object type, I mean the chart object type. Let's say if I change this to a straight table. So you can see background color is applied to the actual cell and the text color is applied to actual cell value itself. So the green on green color is not visible. That's the reason why you're not looking at that stuff. But if I change this to white, hopefully you should see the, you can see the numbers. That's good. That's great. So let me go back and before that, let me change this to bar chart. Yeah. Okay. And let me go back to PowerPoint again. So that's about text color. And jumping on, now we also have text format. So we can use this option to define the text format for chart objects. The expression string should return the format type. And we can use the basic HTML standard formatting, but you need the single quotes around your tag itself. So which B defines bold and I defines italic and U defines underline. And not just bold, italic, and underline. You can also have your H1 to H6. So that is header 1 to header 6 type of tags. So if you're familiar with header tags, you will understand it, but it's pretty straightforward. I'll show it to you how to use it. So let's jump back to Qlikview. So let me go back to expressions and let me add this property. So let's say that I wanted to, let me change this color instead of white. I'll change this to black. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. And this to be red. Okay. And now let's change and let's make this bold. So if I apply, you'll see the text is bold now. So if you wanted to make it italic, you can do it in two ways. Either you can specify I like this and it will make it bold or italic. Sorry, bold and italic, not or italic, sorry. And you can also do like this. And if you wanted to make this underlined, so you can see, I'll move this so that you can see the stuff. Yeah, and now let's say that you wanted to make this H1. So you see the font size is increased, and if I change that to H6, it'll become small. There we go. So it pretty much supports the HTML standard formatting for text. Let's jump back to PowerPoint again to see the next one. Okay, this is interesting, pie pop out. So let's say that you wanted to break down the pie chart, and you can use this property, and like you can guess, it only works for pie chart. It doesn't work for any other charts. So it will disregard this property if you set up a value or an expression for this property or the attribute. And if you change the chart type, it will completely disregard that. So let's look at that on what I mean by pie pop out. So let me quickly change this to pie chart. I like them. Who doesn't like pie chart? I like them very much. Okay, let's go back. And so here it's pretty simple. If you wanted to explode them or break them. No, I don't know what you wanted to call it, explode or break. I would call it explode. So if I wanted to explode the pie chart, all I'll do is I'll just type 1. And then, yeah, it explodes it. Pretty easy, isn't it? And if you wanted to change it back, 0. So you can give a static value here like 1 or 0, or you can control the conditions based on some other value. So that's, you can write an expression as well. It doesn't have to be a static value. So, and let me also show you some stuff here about styles. So within pie charts, you have many options here. So if I change this to donut chart, it works fine. That's not a problem. But however, if I change this to 3D chart, it will not work because this attribute is not applicable for 3D charts. So yeah, that's very important to remember. And if I change this to one more 3D chart type, no, it doesn't work. I personally prefer to keep it regular pie charts than using 3D charts. This looks good. Okay, cool. So let's jump back to PowerPoint again. Let's look at the next one. Bar offset. Again, this is pretty straightforward. And if you wanted to control the offset of a bar chart, you can use this option. And like you can guess, it's only applicable to the bar chart and it does not work for other charts. So let's go back and see what it means by bar offset. So let's jump back to Qlikview and let me change this to bar chart. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, let's go to expressions. So okay, under bar offset now, if I just type 1000, so my bar chart actually starts from 1000 instead of 0. So again, this can be an expression. It doesn't need to be a static value. You can do some clever stuff by using bar offset property or the attribute. I'm going to show some of this stuff in future videos. So keep an eye on them. Okay, and let's jump back to PowerPoint again. Okay, let's look at the next one, which is line style. This is one of my favorite attributes. So we can use this option only on line chart, combo chart, and the radar chart. We can use tags to control the formatting of line style and the width. We need to use 2 tags. That is, W stands for width and N is a real number, which is the range between 0.5 to 8. And we can also use the S, where S stands for style and N is a value between 1 and 4, and where N defines within style 1 as in continuous line chart, which is a regular line chart, and 2 as in dashed line chart, and 3 as in dotted, and 4 as in dashed or dotted line chart. So this is a sample expression. So if I copy this over and let's jump back to Qlikview. And let me change this to line chart. Okay, we have the line chart, and let me go back and add line style. There we go. So you can see that. And if I change this to S4, so you can see dashed and dotted type of line. And if I change this to 8, yeah, very big. Looks ugly. Probably I'll keep it 0.5. Yeah, looks too small. Probably 1. Yeah, this looks much better. Okay, so that's, you can control this. Again, this can be derived by an expression. Doesn't need to be a static value. It's pretty cool. So let's click on OK and let's go back to PowerPoint. Okay, this is the last one, and this is show value. We can use this option only on bar chart, line chart, and combo chart. We can write the expression to show the values on one or more dimensions. If the value on data points property is enabled, then Qlikview will disregard the show value expression. So if there is already a check mark for value on data points, you will not be able to use this attribute. So Qlikview will disregard it.